Hey, so this is probably the strangest unboxing video you guys have ever seen. Little bit of a backstory. Played Warhammer Fantasy back when I was in high school. Scrimped and saved, worked part-time jobs, Christmas money towards building up armies of Tomb Kings and Bretonnians and Skaven, and went to college, played a little bit, got married, and joined the army. On my way to my first duty station, Fort Lee, Virginia. Had to box these things up, 3 different cases. This will be the first unboxing video, if you guys like it. But box these things up, put them in a box, and then moved to Fort Lee, Virginia, where they pretty much stayed, in a box for the rest of my army career. Moved from Fort Lee, Virginia, Washington State, back to Fort Lee, Virginia, then to Fort Campbell, Kentucky. When I transitioned out, went to the National Guard, got a job in the civilian side down in southern Louisiana, and then back up here. So pretty much about like eight different moves. Boxed up here in an Air Jordan's box, my brother's Air Jordan box. I didn't wear that, but so this has been boxed up for 15 years. You can see the dust, the fingerprints, the tape. Not gonna lie, the tape is broke on these two sides. This side has managed to hold. So I have no idea what state this is in. What state the pieces are. This is the Skaven box. Some of these are painted, some of these are not. Some of these are the really old edition, where they look like cute little rat people, and some of these are the the later edition, which look actually more like the giant rodent monsters that we're more used to. Some are painted, some are not. But we're going to crack these open because I've been thinking about getting back into Warhammer Fantasy. Oh yeah, I didn't mention like the absolute anger I had when I found out that they got rid of Warhammer Fantasy and went to Age of Sigmar, where 2 of my 3 armies were no longer valid or supported by Games Workshop. So that was always a great surprise. That's been one of the reasons why I didn't bother cracking these things open. But here we are, starting a YouTube channel and starting messing around, seeing like how many points my Skaven are. And I figured it's time I just went ahead and crack this open and see what's on the inside. My son, we'll call him Sasquatch, it's his nickname, is here, and he's going to do the honors of breaking open the last seal. Come on over here. You want to cut that seal right there? All right, just gotta open the box. So you can open the box. All right, so it's more. Turns out it's more than just Skaven. So you got the old. So these came in the starter box. These are the. For those of us who forgot our measuring tapes, they're little inch markers. That is a weird little knight. Don't know what that's doing in there. Got some sprues.
And a lot of humans.
Got some humans. Yeah, I also see a skeleton horse in there. And a football. A paper football. Rule book. Oh. All right, so I'm going to take some. Oh my gosh, it's a. So this is an old edition of the. See the warp lightning cannon?
It's a cannon.
Yes, yeah, buddy, it's definitely a cannon. All right. Oh yeah. So funny story. At the school I went to.
Skeleton horse.
Yeah, a little skeleton horse there. Yeah. So the school I went to, the day that everyone, there's a week where everyone starts to get ready to move out the week before summer break, and all of the seniors, they pretty much just like throw away a bunch of their unwanted stuff, and in these giant dumpsters. I made went to the Citadel, went to a military college, And so we had these giant barracks and these open, we call them, the quadrangles. And so they would put these dumpsters inside the quads at each corner, and then seniors would just throw their unwanted stuff off of their, from their rooms and into the, into these containers, into the giant dumpsters. And I remember somebody threw out a starter box, a Warhammer Fantasy starter box, and I was like, "Oh my lord, this is, it's raining Warhammer from heaven." And
This is
I'm not ashamed to admit that I jumped in there and grabbed that box, and they'd already taken out. I want to say it came with dwarves at that point in time, and so they had taken out all the dwarves and left the goblins in there. And so, yeah, that's the reason why this box.
This is like a spider with like a human head on it.
No, that's actually a little goblin. Spear. That's a goblin.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're going ahead and we're going to start taking this out, and we'll get it all on the table, see what sort of army I actually have here, how many points that's worth. Oh, geez. An old 54 millimeter Confederate infantryman. Painted that when I was 12.
Here's a guy holding a flag.
Guy holding a flag?
With a skull on the flag.
Yeah, with a skull on it. This is one of my very first ones that I painted, as you can tell by the level of detail there. All right, let's go ahead and get everything out and see what we got.
There's more goblins.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get all of this out.
This is actually heavy.
Yeah, it's made of metal.
The wheels don't spin.
All right, so what I want you to do, buddy, can you put all the rat people like this in a group right there? And then we'll put everything else right over here. See, like that's also a rat person.
What is this one?
That is actually something I found in my grandmother's front yard.
You didn't paint this one yet.
No, I got a lot that need to be painted.
Okay. This one has a broken flag.
No, it's supposed to be tattered like that.
Oh.
So if you see anybody riding a spider, we'll put that over here.
One there. One here.
Don't get your head too close, buddy.
One there. What are you supposed to do with this train track? Just for like decoration?
Yeah, we can throw that away.
Okay. I go put it in the trash. There's so much of those things.
Right there.
This is mine, right? You said it's mine.
That's all yours. You can have that. All right, so looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of 20 clan rats, 1 unit of 20 storm vermin. What would these be? Night runners, gutter runners. I can't remember what the skirmishers were called, but 1 unit of them, a incomplete unit of warplock Jezzails, the warplock. What's the warplock? Oh, the lightning cannon. I don't know. Warlord, homemade assassin, and a warlock engineer, warplock engineer. Also homemade. This is one my brother painted back when we were kids. 1 broken piece, a bunch of them missing arms, heads, and tails. But honestly, not bad for 20 years in a dusty old box. And then on top of that, as I said, like I didn't even remember that I had these guys until I had opened that box. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going ahead and sort them real quick, see what that looks like. All right, so I got dude throwing a rock. I never played Orcs and Goblins. In fact, I literally rescued these guys out of a trash can, and then here I am, putting them together 15 years later. So it looks like I got, spearmen, just 2 units of archers, probably a shaman, and I guess a warlord equivalent, and little dudes on spiders, which I bet are really nasty. So here we go. That's the complete unboxing of this. And of course, just little odds and ends. One of my friends played in high school, played Wood Elves. Tried to get into it, realized it was just a really expensive hobby, and honestly still is to this day. Just gave me those, and then God knows how many points worth of Skaven, and then the 2 Jezzails that I'm missing. So go ahead, comment below what you think I should do to get the army more well-rounded out. My Skavens, or those little fellas over there. So comment, like, subscribe, just getting started, and I plan to make more videos. Thank you guys, and have a good night.